In the grand halls of a New York courtroom, the air is thick with tension as the jury sits in a solemn silence, their eyes pinned on the defendant whose audacious deceptions have captivated the entire nation. Anna Sorokin, or Anna Delvey as she was known, sits with an expression as inscrutable as a sphinx's, her fate hanging in the balance. The air vibrates with anticipation as the judge prepares to announce a verdict that could translate to years of incarceration. The stakes are monumental, not just for Anna, but for a society both fascinated and appalled by her ability to dance among the city's elite, cloaked in a veil of brazen lies. How did she manage to deceive the most discerning eyes in New York? And what will her fate be once the truth is laid bare? This is a tale of ambition, deception, and a young woman's relentless pursuit of a dream, for which she was willing to sacrifice everything. Her name was Anna Delvey, or so they thought. To New York's high society, she appeared as a poised and affluent German heiress, possessing a taste for luxury and an ambition that seemed to know no bounds. With whispered promises of a grandiose arts club and a lifestyle dripping with opulence, she captivated those around her. Beneath the designer clothes and extravagant lifestyle, however, lay Anna Sorokin, a Russian-born fraudster whose elaborate ruse would send shockwaves around the world. From 2013 to 2017, she skillfully and meticulously embedded herself within the elite circles of Manhattan, weaving a grand tapestry of deception that, for a time, went unnoticed. How did she manage to convince everyone she was legitimate? And what would happen when her intricately woven web of lies came crashing down, leaving a trail of bewildered victims in its wake? This was the question on everyone's lips as her story unfolded in the media glare. Anna Delvey was a master of disguise, meticulously crafting an identity so convincing that it fooled even the most skeptical minds within society's upper echelons. She claimed to be an heiress from Germany, allegedly backed by a trust fund worth millions that existed only in her vivid imagination. Her innate charm and unyielding confidence won over influential friends and financiers alike, while her sheer audacity secured loans and luxurious accommodations she had no means to pay for. With a keen eye for detail, she maintained her illusion through forged bank statements, strategic personal connections, and a flair for storytelling that left those around her spellbound. Her life was a meticulously staged performance, playing out in the most exclusive locales of New York City, from the lavish rooms of the 11 Howard Hotel to the exclusive tables at Le Cuckoo. All the while, the world watched, enthralled, until the carefully constructed curtain was finally pulled back, revealing the void behind the elaborate facade. Anna Sorokin was born on January 23, 1991, in Domodedovo, a modest town on the outskirts of Moscow. Her upbringing was far removed from the glitz and glamour she would later pursue with relentless ambition. At the age of 16, her family relocated to Eschweiler, a small town in Germany. There she attended a private school, immersing herself in a new culture and language, while quietly observing the nuances of wealth and privilege. Soon after, she moved to London, briefly attending Central St. Martin's, an institution renowned for its fashion programs. However, it was in the bustling streets of Paris, where she worked as an intern at the prestigious fashion magazine Purple, that her aspirations for a life of glamour and wealth truly began to take shape. Faced with the glittering world of haute couture and high society, Anna saw deception as the ladder to ascend the social hierarchy. These early experiences, filled with both struggles and revelations, taught her how to blend seamlessly into high society, setting the stage for the audacious gambit she would later execute in New York. As Anna's confidence grew, so too did the scale of her deception. She brazenly convinced financial institutions to lend her staggering sums, amounting to hundreds of thousands of dollars, by promising repayment from a non-existent trust fund. Her life was a whirlwind of opulence. She lived in luxury hotels like the 11 Howard, dining at the city's finest restaurants and attending exclusive art events, all without spending a dime of her own. In one particularly audacious move, she chartered a private jet from New York to Omaha, Nebraska, for a lavish Berkshire Hathaway shareholders meeting, promising payment through wire transfers that never arrived. Her brazenness seemed to know no bounds, as she amassed debt so astronomical it boggled the mind of even seasoned investigators. Yet, as her lifestyle became increasingly reckless, small oversights, a forgotten payment here, a suspicious friend there, began to mount. It seemed that nothing could stop her, until, like cracks in a grand but fragile facade, the growing suspicions began to threaten her carefully constructed world. Anna Delvey's actions left a devastating trail of victims, ranging from close friends who lent her money they never saw again, to hotels and businesses swindled out of thousands of dollars. One friend, Rachel Deloach Williams, a photo editor at Vanity Fair, was left with a staggering $62,000 bill after an extravagant trip to Morocco, a debt that nearly ruined her financially and emotionally. The emotional toll was as significant as the financial one, with many of her associates feeling not just betrayed but profoundly humiliated. They were drawn in by her charisma and apparent wealth, only to discover the depth of her deceit too late. Their stories, filled with regret and disbelief, serve as stark reminders of the human cost of Anna's elaborate con. As they navigated the aftermath, trying to rebuild their lives and reputations, the question of how one woman managed to deceive so many remained a haunting enigma. The first cracks in Anna's facade appeared when a hotel in New York, frustrated by her repeated failures to pay, locked her out of her room, seizing her belongings as collateral. Around the same time, an acquaintance began to question her ever-changing stories and opaque financial dealings. Journalist Jessica Pressler, intrigued by the whispers of a socialite's fall from grace, began a rigorous investigation. Her exposé, published in New York Magazine in May 2018, was revelatory, shedding light on the myriad inconsistencies and deceptions that defined Anna's life. It was a meticulously crafted piece that left readers both fascinated and appalled, prompting others who had been ensnared in Anna's web to come forward with their own tales of betrayal. As the stories piled up, it became clear that it was only a matter of time before the carefully spun web of lies would unravel completely, leaving Anna to face the consequences of her audacious facade. In October 2017, Anna Sorokin's life of deception came to a grinding halt when she was arrested on multiple charges, including grand larceny and theft of services. The evidence against her was overwhelming, as prosecutors unveiled a trove of falsified documents, unpaid bills, and damning testimonies from those she had cunningly deceived. Her arrest was a media sensation, drawing intense scrutiny and sparking a wider discourse on the nature of trust, deception, and the allure of wealth. By the time of her trial in 2019, Anna Delvey had become a household name, a symbol of both the audacity and allure of high-profile fraud, and a cautionary tale of the seductive power of ambition, unchecked by conscience. Her story, splashed across headlines and dissected in countless articles, captivated a public eager to understand how one woman had managed to climb so high on a mountain of lies. The trial of Anna Sorokin, which commenced in March 2019, was as much a spectacle as her life in New York had been. The courtroom was a buzz of activity, packed with media personnel, curious onlookers, and a jury tasked with unraveling the complex tapestry of deceit that Anna had woven. In her defense, Anna attempted to portray herself as a misunderstood entrepreneur, insisting that she had always intended to repay her debts, painting herself as an ambitious woman who had merely gotten in over her head. Her defense team argued that she had been unfairly vilified, a scapegoat for society's fascination with wealth and status. However, the jury was unconvinced. After deliberations, in April 2019, she was found guilty on multiple counts of theft and grand larceny, receiving a prison sentence of 4 to 12 years. The verdict was a sobering reminder of the consequences of unchecked ambition and the high price of deception. Following her conviction, Anna Sorokin began serving her sentence at Rikers Island, enduring the harsh realities of prison life. She was later transferred to Albion Correctional Facility, where she continued to captivate public interest. Her story had become a cultural phenomenon, inspiring a slew of articles, books, and even a Netflix series, Reinventing Anna, which dramatized her exploits and the high-stakes world she had inhabited. Meanwhile, her victims worked diligently to rebuild their lives, some finding catharsis in penning their own accounts of the ordeal they had endured. The impact of Anna's deception extended beyond the financial, prompting a broader reflection on perceptions of trust, and the seductive allure of wealth within elite circles. Her story serves as a cautionary tale, a testament to the fact that ambition, when coupled with deception, can lead to one's downfall, leaving an indelible mark on all those affected. As of 2023, Anna Sorokin was released from prison, yet her legal battles were far from over. She is reportedly living in New York under strict house arrest while she navigates the complex process of appealing her deportation to Germany. Despite her restrictions, Anna has managed to maintain a robust public presence through social media, where she often shares her thoughts and aspirations. She has expressed interest in becoming an entrepreneur and artist, hinting at plans to launch her own brand, a venture that has been met with skepticism by many. Her story continues to captivate the public, raising questions about redemption and the possibility of reinvention. Whether she will manage to rebuild her life legitimately remains a question mark, but one thing is certain: Anna Delvey's legacy, a complex tapestry of ambition, deceit, and audacity, is far from forgotten, continuing to intrigue and challenge perceptions around the world. The case of Anna Delvey reveals the darker side of ambition and deception, the lengths to which one might go to achieve their dreams, even at the expense of others. It challenges us to examine the nature of trust and the dangerous allure of wealth and status in a society obsessed with appearances. Anna's story is a poignant reminder of how easily facades can be constructed and manipulated, and the fragility of the social structures we strive to climb. In the end, it is a testament to the fact that while appearances can be deceiving, the truth has a way of resurfacing, no matter how deeply it is buried. That was the dark verdict on Anna Delvey. If this story kept you watching, hit like, subscribe to Dark Verdict, and ring the bell, because the next case is even darker. See you then.